CVS Health Charity Classic is one of Rhode Island's largest charitable event series. Since 1999, the Charity Classic has raised more than $19 million to support organizations that are truly making a difference for thousands of children and their families across southern New England. This June 26th through the 28th, come to Rhode Island Country Club to cheer on some of the world's best golfers, including Keegan Bradley, Brandon Grace, Lexi Thompson, Louis Oosthuizen, Brooke Henderson, and Kevin Kisner. Get your tickets today at CVSHealthCharityClassic.com.
Now, a special presentation from Eyewitness News. Coming to you from the Rhode Island Country Club in Barrington. This is the CVS Health Charity Classic Wrap.
And welcome to the beautiful Rhode Island Country Club in Barrington, overlooking Narragansett Bay, home of the 18th annual CVS Health Charity Classic.
Things are quiet right now, but earlier today, the course was bustling with activity as thousands of fans turned out to watch 20 of the world's top golfers compete in the name of charity.
Since its inception in 1999, the CVS Health Charity Classic has teamed with nonprofits across New England to raise more than $19 million, money that goes right back into the local community. Hello, I'm Patrick Little.
And I'm Yanni Karakis. Thanks so much for joining us.
Yeah, this event has grown over the last 18 years or so. Used to be just a couple of days. Now it's a 4-day event, including that 5K at Rocky Point on Saturday, and then the benefit concert on Tuesday night featuring 7-time Grammy Award-winning superstars Lady Antebellum.
Yeah, it should be a good time. I'm excited for the concert. And, of course, some golf today. Yep. 20 golfers, 10 pairs of PGA, LPGA, and Champions Tour players playing right here at Rhode Island Country Club. Let's show you some of the action from today. Your co-hosts, Brad Faxon and Billy Andrade, introduced during opening ceremonies a shot-making clinic on display from the pros. To the action, par 4-2, Morgan Pressel. She's won this tournament before. She'll join us in just a bit. Rattles in the birdie putt. Partner Brad Faxon appreciates it. He's still looking for his first win here. Bryson DeChambeau, the budding star of the PGA, in some trouble on 2. From around the tree, chips it onto the green. He got the par from partner Lexi Thompson. DeChambeau, the escape artist today on Greenside Hill on 16. Check this out, Patrick. You wonder why he's golf's next big star. Shots like this for birdie. He and Thompson led much of the day. Interesting. Next group in co-host Billy Andrade, same hole, same exact spot, same results.
He knows this course.
Someone's going to step in front of the ball there, but I promise you that goes in. You hear the roar of the crowd. Another birdie moving to -3. From one co-host to another, Faxon, one of golf's best putters over the years. Very long birdie. Nicely done. That on 11. Same hole. Chris Kirk playing with Steve Stricker, a former champ here. Kirk knocks in the birdie. They take the lead at -6. How about defending champs Keegan Bradley and John Curran making a charge on the back 9? Keegan, the soft birdie. They are one off the lead after 18 holes, but everyone chasing DeChambeau, Thompson, and Andrade Haas at -9 going into the final round. Let's take a look at your leaderboard. You see it there at -9. Andrade Haas, Thompson, DeChambeau, just one back. John Curran and Keegan Bradley, your champs from a year ago. Kirk, Stricker, Bone, Kisner right there in the mix. Paula Creamer, Jason Duffner, they'll be joining us in a minute. They're just 3 off, so a pretty crowded leaderboard, Patrick. Even Pressel, Faxon, Henderson, Sadlowski, Finau, Horschel, you can't really count them out, 6 back. So it should be an exciting day 2 from Rhode Island Country Club. Joined now by tournament co-host Brad Faxon and his playing partner Morgan Pressel. Coming off 18, where you just had an incredible eagle shot, so you're feeling pretty good. How did the course play today?
Well, for us, it was probably it was tougher than it was for everybody else. No, we were a disaster on the front 9, weren't we? Morgan birdied the second hole. I thought, geez, this is going to be great.
Yep.
And then we completely messed up the 4th, the 7th, and the 8th holes, but it was a nice way to finish.
Yeah, we couldn't get much to go in today, especially on the front 9. But the back 9, Brad rolled in a couple good putts and hold out. He called it. I will say that. I'll tell everybody that he said, hey, let's hold this for an eagle. And my caddy Rock said, hey, don't get carried away. We'll take birdie. And then he holds it out.
Well, he can read the greens from 150 yards away. He grew up here. Like, he knows what these look like in his sleeve. He doesn't have to look at them anymore.
I've never made a 2 on that hole. So
Never? Okay.
Yeah. I don't think tournament history there's ever been a 2 here, so that's good news.
I don't think so. we were talking before we came on, it a little slow today. It was windy. I mean, the wind usually kicks up in the afternoon, Brad, as you know, around here, but it seemed like it was really honking pretty good this afternoon.
Well, you know, the humidity's down here. Normally when it's like that, it gets a little windy in the afternoons, but it was blowing this morning when we showed up, and I've always thought, I wonder what this course would play like. Would it be that much tougher if we had winds? Right. It was pretty steady, and the last 9 is much more difficult.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever played in wind like this. Right. I mean, the 8 years that I've been here, this is definitely the strongest wind, and it makes it challenging to putt. These greens are difficult enough to begin with all the slope, and to have to putt in this wind, I mean, I had a putt that should have broken a ton to the left, and it actually broke up the hill because the wind pushed it so much. On 15,
and then on 14, the putts, you know, the downwind putts are really hard, and it was difficult.
Wait a second. This is your 8th appearance here? Are you old enough to be here 8 times?
I am. I think I played first when I was 20. But, I mean, Brooke and Lexi, Lexi's been here since she was about 17.
I love Morgan. She came here the first time and said, I'm not going to tell any of my LPGA players how fun this tournament is, because I want to keep getting invited back.
I want to keep it my little secret. So
Secret's out, I guess.
Paul is back this year, and Brooke Henderson playing with Lexi Thompson's playing with Bryson. They're having a nice injection of some young up-and-comers this tournament.
And it was cool to see. I don't know if you noticed more. There were a lot of kids out here, you know, young kids watching, you know, like Brooke and Morgan. You're not young anymore, are you?
I know, I'm
and
really
Lexi.
not.
It's awesome.
How about go ahead.
When you look at the leaderboard, guys, it's pretty crowded towards the top. Would you, if you were a betting man or woman, would you project anyone to win come tomorrow?
We're not going to count ourselves out yet.
Right.
I mean, we're not that far behind.
Just made a 2 on a par 4, right?
I mean, if we make eagle on every hole tomorrow, I think we'll be right up there.
God, you know what? If you looked at the history of this tournament and who we've had here, you know, we've had some big names like Jack and Arnie and Gary Player. But if you look solely on world rankings, you know, with the men's and the women's side, I think we've got as deep a field as we've ever had here.
My last question would be, for both of you, you both play in high-pressure tour events on both tours. Well, Brad not as much anymore because he's a TV guy now, right?
That's right.
He's a big TV star.
It's big pressure in the booth, though, too.
It is, right? It's a different kind of pressure, as you know. Now you know how we feel, Brad, right? It's really a lot of pressure. But coming to an event like this, where you just sort of get to throttle down a little bit, you want to win, but it's just a little bit more laid back. It's a course you can score on. Tell me about the difference and how much more fun that is.
It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun playing with a partner, being out there with Brad all day. And, I mean, at the end of the day, no matter who takes home the trophy tomorrow, the charities are the winners, the Rhode Island charities here. And it's just such a fun event to be part of. And tonight will be a lot of fun. And, you know, I'm just really happy to be here.
How does this compare difficulty-wise to a course you'd play on the LPGA Tour?
I think when the wind's not blowing, it's a little more scoreable. I think that's what's fun, is we can come out here and make a lot of birdies, usually. I only had one today.
All Eagles tomorrow, right?
All Eagles, I'm calling it.
We're going low. Thanks,
Good luck tomorrow. Thanks so much for joining us, and we'll see you bright and early tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thanks.
We are just getting started on the CVS Health Charity Classic Wrap.
Coming up from the Rhode Island Country Club, a remarkable story of overcoming adversity and giving back. How one of the pros is using his own serious health scare as inspiration to help others here at the CVS Health Charity Classic. All right, welcome back to our post-game special. One of the co-ed teams joining us now, Jason Duffner and Paula Creamer. And how'd it go? We'll start with the obvious question. A little windy out there today. Tough to score on some holes, but overall, how'd it go?
I mean, it was great. It's always nice to be able to come out and play golf. I mean, we don't get many opportunities to play with the guys, and it's fun. This golf course sets up, you know, pretty well to make a lot of birdies, but you know, it was definitely windy out there, that's for sure, especially around over here by the water. But a lot of people came out. It's for a great cause, and you know, glad to be here.
Fun day, Jason?
Yeah, it was good. I think we both played pretty well. We could have made a couple more putts. We had a bogey out there, which you kind of don't want to have in this format. But like she said, it was fun to play with some of the girls from the LPGA. I haven't played much golf with any of them out there. So it's nice to see their talent and see what they're doing up close. And hopefully we can get after it tomorrow. We'll be kind of a couple back, and maybe we can sneak up there and have a chance.
You guys are absolutely right there in contention. Paula, it's been a couple years since you've been back here. What brought you back this year, and has anything changed after one day of action?
Well, no, I mean, it's definitely bigger and better as always, and that's the hopes of what you do. I mean, it's been around for so long, this event, and, you know, I wish I could have made it these last several years, but I'm glad I'm here now, and hopefully, you know, we can go out and play well tomorrow, and we can come back again next year and, you know, defend. You never know what happens, but the fact that is that we're all out here doing something that's so great, and, you know, people have a voice and use it as a platform, this event, and, you know, we're helping a lot of people.
There's not a lot of events like this anymore in the country. You know, these I say they're fun. You want to win them. I mean, you're competitive, but to clear time in your schedules to come to something like this, I'm sure you realize when you see these crowds and Brad and Billy how much it means to them to have you folks do that. And I know you're busy, so it's got to be tough sometimes to squeeze these things in.
Yeah, it's not too bad. We're not quite as busy as people make it out to be. We're pretty lucky. We only work about 25 to 28 weeks out of the year, so that's not real busy, but I think it's important to do these types of things. You know, the game of golf gives both of us a lot of things because we play it, so if we can get in situations where we can give back either through our own foundations or other guys' foundations like what Brad and Billy are doing here in CVS, I think that's what it's kind of all about. To be able to do those and help people out here in the local Rhode Island area.
Do you work more than Jason?
I think I definitely work more than Jason.
When you guys play with a partner, what is your approach, knowing you can take some chances if your playing partner's in pretty good position?
I mean, he hits so many fairways, so it's a little easier for me to go and be a little different off tee boxes. I think it just kind of comes down to putting sometimes. You know, if you're going to... Normally, if there's a big break or whatnot, you kind of play that and play a little on the safer side. But when you have, you have your partner in your back pocket, you might play a little firmer and things like that. You got to be aggressive. Somebody does out here. You got to make some birdies as much as you can.
You're a fairway hitting machine. I mean, we played in the Pro-Am together, and it's a joy to watch, Jason. I mean, you're so consistent all the time, right down the middle. I can imagine it's a joy to play with you in these events.
It is.
Yeah, the wind was tough today. I don't like that wind moving my ball sideways. I'm used to seeing it go pretty straight.
We play together yesterday?
We played, yeah.
Can you tell me about Patrick's game yesterday?
Here we go.
It was strong to very strong off the tee and into the greens, and then pretty poor when we had a putter in our hands.
He's a good player, too. I think that's a fair assessment.
Well, the good news is by the time it was my turn to putt, I didn't have to take my turn because he would roll it in, or Larry Merlo would roll on the putt, so I just could sit back and just...
He had very good teammates yesterday.
Yeah, very good teammates. A lot of fun. So looking forward to tomorrow, and what do you think? Hoping for some calmer conditions, more birdies out there. Is the course hard today? Could they make it a little easier for you?
It wasn't too tough. The greens were pretty soft. They were pretty receptive. The wind was tough, obviously. Clubbing and a lot of crosswinds out here on this golf course, so that makes it tough with direction. But we'll just play it. That's what we do. We just play golf and add them up at the end.
Did who carried who? Because usually when the teams sit down, they say, oh, well, this person carried me all day. Oh, it was all this person today.
It was pretty equal. Yeah. I think we shot 6 under, and I had 2 birdies and an eagle. Yeah. And she had 3 birdies. So. And we both shared the bogey on 17.
It's a team effort.
Bad timing, right, for both of us.
Well, thanks so much for joining us, and good luck tomorrow, round 2, as you are a few shots back here. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Round 1 of the 2016 CVS Health Charity Classic is now in the books. 20 of the greatest golfers on earth teeing it up here at Rhode Island Country Club to help raise big money for some amazing causes.
So, Yanni, as a former sportscaster, and you being a current one, when we talk about athletes, sometimes we say, they had a lot of heart today, right? Well, one of the golfers playing in the tournament this year, his heart almost stopped working just a few months ago.
I love Rhode Island.
Jason Bone.
And PGA Pro Jason Bone's only been to Rhode Island a few times. But these days, Jason loves every day and every place he goes.
High five, number 5.
Because back in February, Bone, who was only 42, suffered a massive heart attack, and he didn't even know he was having one.
My symptoms were very soft. I was having a little bit of difficulty breathing. I don't know, it felt like if I was giving you a hug. Not a real hard hug, but, it was a little bit of pressure, and it wasn't really, there was no pain. It wasn't extreme. Asked for some medical attention, and I thought, to be honest, I was just going to get a Z-Pack. I thought I was going to get some antibiotic, and before I know it, they got IVs in me. I'm in the back of an ambulance going to the hospital.
And if he hadn't asked for help, Bone was told he would not have survived.
So I was 99% blocked in my widowmaker, so I was right there. All the physicians told me had I gone down on the golf course, there was not enough time for me to probably get enough attention to make it.
He said he didn't think he was having a heart attack, but he had a lot of the key signs, the tightness in his chest, he had fatigue, he had lightheadedness, and those are all key signs of a heart attack. And that's really what saved his life, getting to the hospital as quickly as he could.
Hey, my boys are in this.
So Jason survived his ordeal, and little did he know at the time that his heart attack would save his own mother's life.
A few weeks after mine, a heart attack, she had got scheduled for a stress test. Well, they wouldn't let her out of the hospital, and they performed triple bypass surgery 3 days later. So it was, I mean, to say that I saved my mom's life, I don't know how that all works, but I mean, she made the appointment based on my situation. So, and to be honest, I'd have another heart attack to save my mom's life again.
I suppose you don't get stressed out much anymore about bad golf shots, right?
You know, what's funny is I said that. I said, you know, golf is just a game. And when I got back out into competing, I told my caddy, I said, look, we're just going to enjoy the walk. We're going to be grateful that we're on the right side of the divot. We're going to do all these things. And second round, I'm already cussing a shot I hit. So, I mean, it was
Right
like,
back to normal.
well, what are you doing?
Nice to hear Jason laugh now, and nice to hear a golfer describe surviving, like real-life stuff, being on the right side of the divot. I mean, that's the only way a golfer.
And he's having fun out there.
could
We watched him
describe it,
today.
yeah.
He's a guy who's really enjoying himself out there.
He was. He had a great time
good
this
story.
morning, and you know, one of those guys, just as we all should be, but he's just really thankful to be on the right side of the divot, as he said. I just can't get that
You're gonna
expression
start
out of my
using
head.
that,
I guess
huh?
I might. Very good.
All right, still to come on the CVS Health Charity Classic Wrap. He's a real-life Happy Gilmore, a hockey player turned champion long driver, tees up here in Barrington and takes his aim at the PGA Tour.
CVS Health Charity Classic isn't just about the star-studded two-day golf tournament.
This four-day event kicked off Saturday in Warwick with the 4th annual Rocky Point 5K featuring runners and walkers of all ages.
Then yesterday, hackers like myself got to take part in the Pro-Am. The Pepsi Pro-Am, one lucky foursome earning a chance to play in today's first round with the real golfers.
And even after the golfing is done, the Charity Classic continues with a star-studded benefit concert tomorrow night at the Dunkin' Donuts Center in Providence, headlined by 7-time Grammy winners Lady Antebellum. Tickets available through Ticketmaster or at the box office.
All right, so we've introduced you to some of the golfers that were on the course today, and one guy who's been here a couple times for a couple of years, Yanni, is Jamie Sedlowski. Usually puts on the display with the long drives, which like go from here to like Warren when he hits them.
He hits them through watermelons and plywood and everything else, but he wants to get serious. He wants to play with his fellow pros, and Mark Dondero caught up with him to tell his story.
Jamie Sedlowski came up short. It's not something you say often about a guy who can drive a golf ball more than 400 yards, but the former long drive champion would like to make a name as a professional player and just missed getting into this month's U.S. Open.
The furthest I've ever driven a ball, I think 475 in competition would be fairly accurate.
How can you do that?
I mean, my background is hockey, playing hockey left-handed, play golf right-handed. Anything I've ever been able, to sport-wise do has been done at a pretty fast rate. So throwing, hitting, running, I've always had that fast twitch motion, and something that's carried in obviously to my golf game as well.
So if you can drive the ball so far and have such an advantage, why can't you win more?
What's held me back? I mean, just not playing. I've done, since 2007, I do 60 corporate outings a year. I've had some opportunities to play some tournament golf this summer that I'm not able to do just for the fact that I'm busy. I'm booked doing corporate stuff. So that's been the biggest thing. I've never tried to play. So this fall, I believe I'm going to go to Q School and give it a try.
So it comes down to the fact that golf is obviously more than just about stupid good power off the tee.
So let me just ask you this. If you stepped up to the tee with Dustin Johnson right now, would you be confident you'd be able to outdrive him?
Yeah, absolutely. I do hit it further than they play better than me. It's like if we're going to have a long drive contest, I like my chances. If we're going to go play, 18 holes of metal play, I like their chances. So I'm in a transition point where there's a lot of work to do, but yeah, distance is obviously going to be used to my advantage.
At the CVS Health Charity Classic, Mark Dondero, Eyewitness Sports.
In my dreams. It actually... 2 shots for me to go the distance for just
or 3 for
one
me.
of his.
3 for me.
All right, so you can find extended coverage of the CVS Health Charity Classic. Many places you can find this, including on our website, WPRI.com, including photo galleries, player profiles, and a real-time leaderboard.
And this year, we're bringing you some of the festivities live as they happen on WPRI 12's Facebook page through Facebook Live, including tomorrow's awards ceremony on the 18th green. Just be sure to like us on Facebook ahead of time so you're alerted when we are live.
And much more to come on the CVS Health Charity Classic Wrap. Golf and charity are only parts of the game here in Barrington.
Up next, we show you how this one-of-a-kind event is also putting health and wellness front and center. Pick up again tomorrow morning for the final round of the CVS Health Charity Classic.
All right, one of the key words, of course, in this event's title is health. Sure. And every single year, all 18 years, there's an increased emphasis on physical fitness.
And a prime example of the path to better health, a walking path around the golf course featuring interactive health and wellness stations.
New this year, the group Build Our Kids' Success, or BOX, is challenging spectators to roll the dice and complete some of the same physical activities that kids do in school.
And another charitable partner, the YMCA of Greater Providence, is helping educate folks about reducing their diabetes risk through healthy eating and drinking habits. Back to what transpired today on this golf course. As you see, Billy Andre, the co-host, and Bill Haas atop the leaderboard, tied with Lexi Thompson and Bryson DeChambeau. Couple groups within striking distance should make for an entertaining round two.
I think 7 out of those 10 teams have a legitimate shot at winning this thing
minus
tomorrow.
6 and up right there.
All right, if you're planning on coming down for round 2 of the CVS Health Charity Classic, gates open at 7 a.m. and tee times scheduled to begin at 8 o'clock.
Make sure you park at Seekonk Speedway down the street. Parking and shuttle service is free, and there's no public parking here in Barrington unless you have a fancy Channel 12 car.
That's right.
With a big mast on top.
You can get a ride here with Yanni.
And we invite you to join us for another edition of the CVS Health Charity Classic Wrap tomorrow night at 7 right here on WPRI 12.
That's right. We're going to recap Tuesday's final round, hear from this year's winners, and highlight more of the great causes benefiting from this truly unique, one-of-a-kind event. So that's it for tonight. Thanks for joining us.
We leave you tonight with a look back at a memorable Monday here at Rhode Island Country Club. For Patrick Little, I'm Yanni Caracas. Have a great night.